Hello. Hi. Hi. Cole, can you see me? Can you hear me? What's up? Happy Saturday. What's up? What's up, everyone? Oh boy. I'm in trouble. Cole, I'm in trouble. I was supposed to stream earlier. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? What's up? I was supposed to stream earlier, but I got caught up on Family Feud. Do you guys know what that is? I didn't know what that was. I guess I'm late. I'm late to knowing about Family Feud. I was on a panel and we were playing that game. We didn't win, but it's okay. It's okay. What's up, Augie? Good to see you, my love. YouTube Streets, what's up? Shout out YouTube Streets. I saw Pantera and then Cole giving me a hard time, per usual. Anyways, we're going to be watching Bryan Kohberger body cam footage today. If you're not familiar with the case, that is the person responsible for the Idaho murders. And there's some body cam footage that came out from 2021 where he was a person of interest. So I haven't watched it. Maybe some of you already did, but we're going to start it. Oh.
Okay.
And it was just me and Sadie home at the time, and we both lived down in the basement, and my door was closed. I heard my door open, and I looked over, and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife like this.
Oh, okay.
And so I kicked the shit out of their stomach and screamed super loud, and they flew back into my closet and then ran out my door and up the stairs.
It is bizarre.
So this crime was out of Washington in 2021. Chicken Nugget. What's up, Chicken Nugget? How you doing, Chicken Nugget? We're reviewing body cam footage from a crime that took place in Washington in 2021 where Bryan Kohberger was considered a suspect. And my question is, will this play a role into trial in the current case going on with Idaho 4? Good to see you, Chicken Nugget. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here.
This is not something that happens in Pullman. Well,
it almost makes me think that somebody was specifically targeting that person. You know what I mean? Like if they went to a specific room and would know how to get into this place.
She said that somebody opened her door and she thought it was one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of rolled over and looked. There was somebody with a ski mask and a knife. Like this, right above her.
Okay.
And so she got up and she kicked them, and they fell into her closet, and then they ran out of her.
It was a knife attack.
So they had a ski mask, and they're holding a knife up like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone was in this girl's house with a ski mask and a knife.
Someone entered the apartment up above in the middle of the night and scared the people who lived there, and so we're just following up on this and trying to find out, what happened and if anyone knows or saw anything.
Ooh, I want to film this intro and outro as quick as possible. I can't assailant.
I love Paula.
Kohberger.
I'm going to skip through Paula's part, but I do love her, and thanks to her for the footage. She's a friend of the channel. She's a very good friend of the channel. I've not seen this. It just got released.
Yeah, you get to take off. Thank you. Thanks for helping out.
Are y'all interested in the Idaho murder case? I'm curious. I know it's been a long time and it's a complicated case, but I'm definitely interested. Hello, beautiful Sarah. Good to see you, love. Thank you for being here. I love body cam footage. I'm curious, have you guys seen this yet? Me too, Sarah, for sure. Wow. So Bryan, like I said, was a person of interest in this crime in 2021. Similar knife crime, sort of.
Hi.
Attempt.
Yeah, SATIE.
How many people are with you?
4. There's me and 3 of them. Hi.
So are you guys able to come out to this car?
Yeah, we can come out. Guys, come out here.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can I go grab a pair of shoes really quick?
Yep.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Yes, Sarah, thank you. Merry Christmas to you all in a few days. Cole says I got kicked out from YouTube. Of course you did, because you were punking me.
Sorry. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes, the knife sheath. Exactly.
No, but I got home.
Good to see you, Cole.
So my roommate, Alex.
So I'm trying to protect you from whoever this is. So if you guys can
Go out.
go. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, that's loud.
Sorry.
So I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Where did you see this person?
I was asleep and then I woke up
Okay.
and it was just me and Sadie home at the time, and we both lived down in the basement, and my door was closed. I heard my door open and I looked over and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife like this.
That's a big.
Okay.
And so I like kicked the shit out of their stomach and screamed super loud, and they like flew back into my closet and then ran out my door and up the stairs.
Okay. And that's the last you know as they ran up the stairs?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
when they got home, this back door was wide open.
Okay. How long ago did this happen?
Maybe 15, 20 minutes at most.
Okay. And so between the 4 of you, it's the whole house?
Yeah.
No one else is there?
There's another unit in the front, but there's just like one person that lives down there. And then the 4 of us live upstairs.
In the front?
Yeah, like at the front door.
There's like stairs down at the front of the house.
And there's like another separate unit right down there at the bottom. And I think it's like a 1-bedroom, maybe a 2-bedroom.
Are the stairs inside or outside? Oh, okay. Is there access to that unit inside?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah's like, wait, what? Yeah, there was someone in her house.
407-453. There is a separate unit with outside access to some stairs. That separate unit downstairs on the front cannot be accessed on the inside. So I'm assuming that you would like us to go through your place and make sure no one's there?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a sweep would be great.
So what I'd like you guys to do is stay in the vehicle and keep the doors locked until we come back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
𝗟𝗲𝗃𝗄. The complainant kicked the person they saw, and the person ran away, and maybe about 15 minutes ago. So we don't know if.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah says, where is that? There's one of the roommates, but they saw him. I don't know why they heard differently. So this is like a different person, not the Idaho.
If there's anyone in here, but they would like us to search. We're already inside the back, and I think it'll work well.
Similar.
We do have part of the basement to search as well.
Yeah.
Pullman Police Department, make yourself known.
Can you announce that they're under arrest for burglary?
The basement too. So like.
Pullman Police Department, you're under arrest for burglary and/or trespassing.
Very messy bedroom.
Wow.
So the bed opens up in an area to the left, and we got a bunch of stuff straight ahead.
So she said she was down here when the guy with a knife was standing above her?
Yeah, and she kicked him in the stomach.
A guy with a knife was standing above her.
So thank you for your patience. There's no one in there now. What I'd like you guys to do, if it's all right with you, is all four of you want to come into the dining room, then we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Sorry, those stairs are kind of suspicious.
Okay, so you were the person that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone else hear or see anything?
I heard them run up the stairs, and I don't really remember them coming down. I do remember somebody like running up the stairs, and I didn't know if it was her going to the bathroom or if it was them coming home, because I was just laying in my bed on like watching TV, and she came into my room and she was like, "Did you hear me screaming?" I was like, "No." She said, "I was like, why?"
Joe,
Yes. I thought that
would you be able to?
something.
Okay.
But
so what I'd like to do is I'd like to go with you downstairs so you can show me exactly where things happen. Can you get info from the other three people? So
Bryan Kohberger was named as a person of interest in this crime that took place on Sunday, October 10th, 2021. The cops learned that Bryan may not have been the culprit in this caper and that they might have set their sights on a man who lived in the basement of the home in Washington, when one of the four roommates got the scare of her life when she awakened to a short, soundless person standing over her that night holding a knife, wearing a mask.
Hey, Joe, I'll be walking around the outside.
Sounds good. So before we go down, in case there's things that this person touched.
And Bryan is one of the only two men listed on the police report as a person of interest.
That no one else has touched yet.
I'd
like you to be holding your own hand so you don't start touching things.
I agree.
Does that?
I don't.
I agree, Chicken Nugget. Chicken Nugget says, I cannot, that is frightening. I believe Bryan committed previous kinds, and this sounds just like him, as his MO. I agree. I believe if allegedly he is accused of this crime of killing the Idaho 4, I do believe that violence and this type of crime is not new to him. I think that he was comfortable.
Makes
They
sense.
touched me.
Okay.
Doing
Their
something like
back, like, touched my closet, and I really could not tell you if it was a guy or a girl.
Oh, okay.
When I first looked at them, I thought it was a girl. I mean, I only looked at them for a second, and then
So which room is yours?
this one
Okay.
is mine. And oh, did you guys open that up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't
So we
know.
wanted to look at every place that a person could be. So
So I was sleeping right here, and I'm a really heavy sleeper, but I heard the door open,
okay.
and I saw someone, like I saw the ski mask first, and I rolled over, and I was like, what the heck? And then they like literally were like this.
Okay.
Me with the
So
and then
is this what the lighting was like at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is exactly what it would have been.
Can you describe the knife for me?
It looked like kind of a smaller knife.
Okay.
So the knife, the basement, the nighttime, the mask. Bryan was added to a short list as a second person of interest due to smaller circumstances of a man entering a home around 3:28 a.m. with a home with 4 occupants who were startled by him wielding a knife and wearing a mask. So how many similarities?
Smaller knife. It wasn't like a huge like anything. It kind of looked like just like a smaller steak knife.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I just rolled over and kicked them, and they fell back into the closet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if they would be taller or shorter than
They
me?
were shorter than you.
Oh, okay.
They would probably come to about like maybe here on you.
Okay, so pretty short.
Yeah, they were pretty short. That's the one thing I noticed.
Thick, thin?
I couldn't say for sure, but I don't think either really side.
So you're saying like a ski mask? Any glasses or lenses or anything?
Burgundy.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it was a burgundy ski mask. Yeah, no glasses.
Did you get a sense of eyes or skin tone or anything?
Not really. It was so fast.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I'm just...
Yeah. I wish I remembered more.
Did you see skin on a hand or?
I want to say that they were white, but I'm not 100%. Like that's,
well, I mean,
that's if I
was
try
it
to picture
a bare hand versus a gloved hand, or do you know?
I think they were wearing gloves. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember seeing their skin at all on their hands. I think they were wearing gloves. Yeah.
So, were you like face up, face down towards the wall?
I sleep so heavy. I don't even know what I was, but I just remember seeing them and seeing them coming towards me, and I like put my feet out and kicked them with both my feet.
Can you?
Just as hard as I could.
Could you do me a favor and stand where you think they were standing when you first noticed?
When I first noticed, they like went like this, like, and then I saw them, and my roommates are doing pranks and stuff all the time. So at first I was like, Caitlin, and then I saw the knife, and I was like, they would not do a knife, and so
So did they get closer at that point?
Yeah, and they got closer because I kicked them like really hard, and I've got short legs, and I was over there, and so yeah, they were like right here.
What'd you feel when you kicked?
Just a stomach, not like rock hard abs or anything.
I haven't covered the Idaho 4 here on my channel, but you guys know the students got killed. They all got killed by a knife. Bryan Kohberger is the accused. He was stargazing, etc., etc.
Ribs or...
That's his alibi.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't.
Stargazing.
They were wearing like a sweatshirt too. Something like, I don't know.
Dark or light or?
I would say dark, but it's also dark in here.
Yeah.
But
notice any like Washington State or anything across the front?
Okay.
When they fell back, did they kind of stay standing or did they go down to like?
They stayed standing and they got out of here really quick. I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah.
It's in the crack of the morning too, like early dawn, and then it's too similar, right? Why was he a person of interest?
So, thank you. I'm really sorry this happened. I'm glad you're okay.
I'm sorry that my room is such a mess when this happened.
Do you, this is pretty unlikely, but do you see anything in here that's not yours?
Well, I don't know when the blanket got on the floor.
That may have been us just making sure there wasn't somebody hiding in your bedding.
Oh, gotcha. Can I move the blanket?
Yes.
Because this is where they would have been.
I
don't see.
So if you see a knife, don't touch it.
Okay. Yes. No. Yeah, you guys didn't find anything, did you?
No.
I just got those.
I also think that's
did you guys take them down, or did they fall when the?
To be honest, I'm not sure which order that happened in, but I do know that we wanted to get in all these places and make sure there wasn't a person there.
Well,
you woke up to someone standing
I live
over
down
her.
here in the basement, and I always like check these before I go to bed.
Terrifying.
I don't know. I'm also a waitress at 𝗬𝗄E's, and I'm not even a student anymore. I just live here with my roommates, and I'm a waitress at 𝗬𝗄E's, and I don't know.
Hence the tip jar.
Yes, my tip jar. I don't know. I have a lot of regulars, a lot of people that I've thought before, like, oh, this could be someone who could possibly be kind of weird, but I don't know.
Have any of the weird people come home with you?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no.
I'm trying to. Oh, let's walk out here. Do you know how this window is usually left?
Locked. Was it open?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So please don't walk over here because we'll be trying to.
That's wild.
Process this, but you're confident that this is usually locked?
Yes,
Okay.
I have never actually seen it like that. Yeah, it's always locked. Or at least closed. I don't know if it's locked, but that looks more open than it usually is.
Okay. Because anyway, it kind of swings this way, so I think it is usually locked. Otherwise, you would see it like this.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe they went out. No, because we heard them run up the stairs if they came in through the window. I don't know.
It's like.
Oh, it looks like or maybe because this picture was over there, so they might have brought it over on their shoe, or one of the officers. I don't know.
So I don't know if they would have pushed through that window somehow, but I'm going to take a closer look at it.
Okay.
And you talked to the dispatcher, right?
No, that was my roommate Sadie. Because I just ran after I heard them go up the stairs. I just ran into Sadie's room.
This happened at a house with 4 people in it as well, around 3:28 a.m. Similar to Idaho 4.
And
you let me know.
I told her what happened. And then she called the police, and I held the door closed. Scary.
So what's your last name? And your first name?
Alex.
Is that short for anything?
No.
Okay.
It's my full name.
Do you have a middle initial?
K.
And date of birth?
Oh.
You're the same age as my oldest daughter.
Oh, nice.
And can I get your phone number? You mentioned pranks earlier.
Wait, sorry.
So
you said, yeah.
You mentioned your roommates and some types of pranks earlier.
Yeah.
So whether it's them or somebody else, is there?
No one else but those 3 would do something like that.
And
a prank.
Wow.
I'm not close with anyone else.
And if they had done it, I'm assuming they wouldn't let it go this far.
They've been crying on the phones with their moms. I think they got hit with blood up by now.
So
I don't think there's any chance that was a prank.
I was assuming that. I just had to ask that question.
This is
Are you part of, or were you part of any Greek organizations? Or
I was, but I'm not anymore.
So there wouldn't be some wider house issue or somebody's out.
No, I left on good terms. They all still like me and everything.
So other than some strange customers at work, no.
I can't think of anything, and I can't think of.
A strange customer from work shows up to your house and lies over you while you're sleeping.
Why they would come into my room and nowhere else, I don't know.
Did she have lights on when this was going on?
She had when I came out of my room, I could hear her TV.
Oh, okay.
So her TV was on, so they might have heard that, but I decided not to go in there.
So you're describing a burgundy, whole head ski mask?
Ski mask. And I don't know. I feel like there was hair poking out the bottom of it, but again, I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say anything 100% because it was dark and I was scared as hell. So,
wow.
The
hair.
Do you?
Bushy eyebrows.
Do you wear corrective lenses, contacts, or anything? So your vision was fine when you looked up?
20/20.
Cool. I'm just trying to, I don't want to overlook something here. So so you seem to be talking fine. Did you drink alcohol this evening? Okay.
Oh my God.
I stayed in. I'm supposed to work at 6:30 a.m. So I don't really drink that much ever.
So you're probably not going back to bed.
Yeah, probably not.
So did you hear them say?
They didn't say a thing.
Okay.
They didn't say anything.
Did they grunt or moan or exclaim or cry when you kicked them?
Mm-mm, nothing.
Just silence.
Just silence.
Do you have any questions for me at this point?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm someone who it takes me a second to like process things, so I'm just kind of in shock. I don't know.
Do you know if your doors are usually locked? Or?
Usually they are, but our two roommates were still just coming home from somewhere because the serenades were tonight and everything.
Yes.
So they had, I think one of them had just, like they were just coming home. So our doors weren't locked, or at least the back door.
So and I know my partner's getting her full information, but the person who's here, what's her name?
Sadie Marchant. I can spell.
4 people in that house. I'm
That's
still
enough
stuck on
because I
that.
get it
The
from
coincidence.
Okay, sounds good.
So from the time that you kick them, it sounds like Sadie heard running up the stairs as well.
As soon as I kicked them, they like fell back into the closet and then just like booked it out of my room.
So this happened like almost shortly. This happened 10/10/2001. And then Idaho 4 were murdered on November 13, 2022. So it's like almost a year before.
And up here. And how quickly was it after that when you came over here?
Probably like 30 seconds. I got up, put these pants on because I wasn't wearing any pants, and just because I heard them go up the stairs too, so I knew that they weren't down here anymore. So I did a quick little look and then just ran into Sadie's room.
And from the time that you ran into Sadie's room, how long do you think it was before the call to police?
It was probably like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Because we were like, okay, are either of the roommates home? Like, okay, no, let's call the cops.
The thing that I really want to look at closely is that window. At this point, you can go up and hang out with them if you'd like. Thank you very much.
There's a whole lot of unlocked windows in this place.
Oh, okay.
However, this is the only window that somebody could have realistically accessed. Every other window is more than 6 feet above the ground, and it's old and heavy. So there's no way that somebody, I mean, possible, sure, but plausible that somebody would be holding onto that and lifting the window. No.
So they had she indicated that they had a door unlocked because not all the roommates were back yet.
Well, it must have been the back door because the front door was deadbolted.
Oh, okay. Thank you all for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing it.
Alex.
Oh, she's fine.
Somebody else.
Yes.
So I don't want to. I'm not sure there's anything more for me to do here at this point. I just don't want to miss something. Because this is. What's that?
It's bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's
Wow.
This is not something that happens in Pullman. Like about
That's like the Idaho 4, right?
18 years ago, we had some situations like this, but this is very, very unusual for Pullman.
Well, that's why we feel so safe when we only bolt our front door and don't ever check our windows.
Yeah.
That will definitely change, but.
You remember that's what I think the witness said for Idaho 4, right? Like they never had to check their windows. They were comfortable. It was a college house. People were in and out.
Well, just Yeah, I'm just really freaked out. Like, I want to know what their like intention was. Were they gonna try to like
kill you?
Make me at knife point, or stab me to death, or scare the shit out of me? I don't know.
For fun? I'm like, who left was it?
So, as we talked about earlier, I think this is way unlikely, but if you find out that is somehow a prank beyond this house or something.
Yeah, we will let you guys
know. Please do let us know. And also, like, it's not like mandatory that they would be in trouble if it's a friend of yours or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ultimately, that's going to be up to you.
I really don't think that's like, I don't know anyone who would do that to me. Well,
and I agree with you, and mostly because, like, even if it was a prank, if I was pulling the prank and I got kicked and followed into the closet, that's when I'd be like,
you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
that's what I thought too. That's why I was so like shooken up when I came into your room, because I was like realizing that it wasn't fake.
That it wasn't a dream. Because I was dreaming.
Do you know? So like this type of sweatshirt versus a hood. If there was a hood around the,
I would say it was probably like a crew neck, because I don't remember seeing like the bulky whatever, but I don't know.
I feel like this is like, if in my opinion, kind of like what Plunder said. She said that Bryan kind of got off the hook with this, and that his defense attornees, like the defense attorneys could potentially use this incident to create reasonable doubt, right, in the Idaho 4 case.
The harder I think about it, honestly, the more
that is something
I know they were wearing
about.
a burgundy ski mask. They could have been a guy or a girl.
Yep.
Short.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask any more questions tonight. The human brain is an amazing thing, so you don't need to like try to remember anything. But if you go about your life, you might, like 2 or 3 days from now, even a week from now, you might suddenly have an image that's just like a photograph.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, please do let us know.
Okay, I will.
And so on my card, there's an email address and everything. So if there's anything that you want to tell me or explain in writing, if you find something that is really weird here that we haven't seen, please don't call me necessarily, because I'm only going to be working for 2.5 more hours. But call dispatch and make sure that somebody comes by to see that or collect it if it's evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys did very well. I seriously appreciate like the whole going out to the car thing. Like sometimes people argue with that in the stress of the moment. So thank you very much. That was very helpful for us.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out here.
Yeah.
As quick as you did.
We were a couple worried little girls. So there's no touch marks or fingerprints or anything on that window downstairs. So unfortunately, I don't think I have any physical evidence to work with.
Was there any on her doorknob?
So we've also got us moving around. So like I haven't dusted for prints there, but it's anyway, there's a possibility. She's not really clear, which is fine, but it's likely that they had gloves on, and then you have us moving through and touching things as we're going through. So the short answer is no. We don't have anything to recover that way right now, unfortunately. My best bet was the window, but that didn't work out. So anyway, it does not look to me like they came in through that window. Also, obviously, they didn't exit through the window. I'm a little bit curious whether they unlocked that window as like an alternative exit plan.
Yeah.
Or something.
They tried to get in it and then realized that there was a big disgusting sink right below it. Have some hygiene, and we're like, I don't want to do that. And then
Yeah.
Walk right back around here.
But there's
Perfect entrance.
So the windows come open, but there's no touch marks on the glass, and like all the cobwebs are intact.
So it says on the police the police report says a known person entered the residence, brandished a knife in the bedroom, and left. No suspect or leads, case inactive. On 10/10/21 at about 03:30 hours, Pullman officer responded for support of burglary in process, which we know of. A roommate just saw a male with a ski mask and a knife in the house.
Nobody tried to move anything.
Yeah.
So maybe they just unlocked it.
Yeah.
Like maybe they thought it would be easier to get out that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just going up the stairs when I the shit out of them.
I guarantee you they were not expecting that. Because I'm wondering why they didn't come into my room, because my room is closer.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that, and it may.
So we wondered why the Idaho 4 suspect missed one of the roommates, right? And left one of the roommates alive. And it was possible, like the roommate allegedly says that she saw someone in the house. So it's very similar and eerie.
So she thought you had a television on?
I did. I did hear.
They have not convicted anyone yet. They have not convicted. Oh, for this crime? No, not the one in 2021.
Oh, so maybe they like knew that I was awake.
They arrested.
Between the light and the sound, they probably assumed that you were awake.
Watch the body cam footage.
I was wide awake. I was just laying in my bed. I didn't even hear. I didn't hear anything. I'm so down to reality TV.
Which is, yeah. So anyway, that indicates to me that it's not someone who's like super bold and super violent because they're avoiding people who are awake.
That would make sense. Well.
So yeah,
So there was a second person of interest. It was Bryan Kohberger, and then someone by the name of Jose Anibal Cruz. And we have the body cam footage for that as well. And then on here it says on January 10th, 2023, Officer Brashears directed me to follow up on a lead for this investigation. On 12/30/2022, Bryan Kohberger had been arrested to 4 counts of murder, first degree, and burglary for an incident that occurred on 11/13/2022 in Moscow, Idaho. An affidavit attached filed in Latah County District Court. Brett Payne noted their investigation concluded Kohberger had entered a residence in Idaho wearing a mask and killed 3 college-age women and 1 college-age man using a knife at the woman's residence near the University of Idaho campus. The affidavit noted Kohberger had began attending Washington State University in the fall of 2022. DeSales University stated on their website that Kohberger completed a bachelor's degree there in 2020 and had graduated his studies in 2022. Although Kohberger would not have been residing in Pullman during October 2021, Commodore Brashears advised PPD and received information that Washington Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology may have had an on-campus event for a prospective graduate students that Kohberger may have attended around this time of the incident. I emailed the department's graduate program coordinated Danielle Macon requesting information. Macon responded the following day and wrote that the department was looking into my request. On January 19, 2023, I received an email from Macon responding to my request. It contained a forwarded email from Melanie Angela 𝗟E:E, associate professor and chair, which read that the program was not aware of any visit by Kohberger during that period indicated and not hold any recruitment events at that time. Case inactive. On or about 10/10/2001 in Whitman County, Washington, a crime in the burglary first degree was committed upon the person or property of 3095 Pullman Avenue, Washington, and stated evidence is material to the investigation. Dark-colored full ski mask, including burgundy-colored, a stake-type knife, an indica of occupancy. What does that mean? And that I believe the above evidence is concealed in or about the following described location, and that my belief is based upon the following and or facts and circumstances that tend to establish grounds of the issuance of the search warrant. I'll continue to read that after the body cam footage.
As far as staying or going or whatever you want to do,
Michelle!
I'm going to take off We will be nearby.
Hello, Michelle. Beautiful. Good to see you. And thank you for being here. Nina. Hi, Nina. Says one of the victims said she kicked the stomach and it was Mishy. Yes, we heard that part at the beginning. That's how she got away, was this person was standing over her and she kicked him in the stomach. I didn't hear that. The ab part though. That's interesting.
For at least a period of time. Please do lock everything. And
yeah, I do have a channel. Thanks, Nina, for
we're just a phone call away, but when seconds counts, the police are only minutes away. So feel free to kick people until they get here.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out and helping.
Take care.
Thank you.
Is that front door open? Can you tell?
Yes. It's open.
Is that just a screen door or the actual door? Pullman 407, who's the RP?
It's directly into the house.
Okay.
Okay, and if it wasn't Bryan Kohberger, let's play devil's advocate. So then who was it, right? Who committed this crime in 2021? And did the person get away with the Idaho form murders and set Bryan Kohberger up? I mean, what do you guys believe?
Keep it on that. 5'3" and 6'9". The front door is open. Pullman 407, can I get a Sierra unit to head over to the one side with me?
So the affidavit states, Marchant reported that someone walked into her roommate's bedroom wearing a ski mask and holding a knife. Officer Harris spoke with Alex K. Miller, Marchant's roommate. Miller and Marchant have the 2 basement bedrooms in the residence. Similar to Idaho 4. I gathered the following from the body cam footage. Miller said she woke up to the sound of her bedroom door being opened. Miller said she saw someone wearing a burgundy ski mask holding a knife in their right hand. Miller described the knife as a normal type steak knife. Miller said the person was short, estimated around 5'3" to 5'5". Miller said the person approached her bed and said she kicked him in the stomach. Miller said the person had fallen backwards into her closet but was able to remain standing. Miller said that the person then ran out of the room and up the stairs. Marchant said she had been awake watching TV in her bedroom. Marchant stated she heard someone run up the stairs and that right after Miller had run into her room. Miller told Marchant what had happened, and within 3 minutes, Marchant called 911. Hello, against all logic. Good to see you. Yes, chicken nugget. I'm with you. We're thinking the same. This crime is so similar. I believe Bryan killed the Idaho 4. And then chicken nugget says, was Bryan using the college to find victims? Yes, I do believe that. In my opinion, allegedly, he is still innocent until proven guilty, I guess. But, you know, everything here is opinions only.
Let's move up to the back of that car over there.
I'll go check.
Allegedly. Yes, chicken nugget, allegedly. It is wild.
Pullman 407, you get a name for the RP? You need to search me spots here.
Okay.
Watch that door. Do you have permission to search the residence?
I agree. He was named a person of interest, but why? We're going to read through the affidavit at the same time, but I'm wondering.
And confirm that the only people that should be inside are in their room. Copy. Good.
I'm sorry, the stargazing alibi kills me every time. Like, for real. At that point, every criminal can say they were stargazing. Hucklebear, good to see you, beautiful. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you made it, Hucklebear.
Copy. ● Are the upstairs and downstairs both the same unit?
Okay. I know we're watching this body cam footage, but I found the part where I might have to share this document on the screen. This email is, hold up, let me share it. I feel bad reading a document and not sharing it with you guys, because you guys are probably like, what's going on? Let me get it pulled up. Okay, there we go. So it says email on January 18th, 2023. Okay, so I figured out who I met on October 15th, and it was BK Norton. I think we can safely tell Pullman PD that we are not aware of any visit from Kohberger during the period they indicated. We did not hold a recruitment event during that time and actually did not hold one in person that way. So this is when they started looking into why they thought Bryan Kohberger was a person of interest. This is the police footage, or document, sorry. Okay, I'll continue the body cam footage just so we can finish that.
Copy, break, Pullman 407. How many units is Sierra sending? Copy. Three would be nice if you can spare it.
Okay, pause. So on that document, it says that on December 30th, 2022, Friday, December 30th, DeSales University learned of the arrest of Bryan Kohberger in connection with the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. Kohberger received a bachelor's degree in 2020 and completed his studies in June of 2022. We are devastated by his senseless tragedy. We recognize the impact that this news can have on our community's well-being. DeSales has expanded counseling service for students, faculty, and staff. So that was an email as they were looking into Bryan Kohberger at the time. Yeah, Sarah.
So the occupants that should be in there are out.
Okay. It's all one house, right?
Yep, the whole thing's one house. Looks like there's a door that accesses the basement and a door that accesses the
Chicken Nugget says, what gets me is the details are so specific. What other similar crimes in that area match? Exactly. I heard it was cloudy. Again, Logic says when he was stargazing. Yeah, I have the documents. I want to read the Bryan Kohberger document as well.
The second floor right here
In a second.
on the north side. There's a bunch of windows on the east side that somebody could sneak out. So this is north. Yep.
This is scary.
They said that Ruben and Brock Kermer are on the south side over there on the three side. So it sounds like the RPA reported that there was somebody in their house and they saw them and that they had a knife.
There was a comment in there that the roommate kicked the person. Did you see that?
No.
That was the first thing they put in, is roommate kicked the male.
Interesting. That would have been good to know.
So 2 units on the south side, in the back. There's a door right here. Okay. Where do you want Izzy at?
Let's see. Why don't we have the bed?
I'm curious. You all in chat are familiar with the case? Yeah or no? I'm just interested in knowing. I know some of you haven't followed it, but do you at least know about it and know the details? I'm just curious.
Copy.
Does not access the upstairs.
Let's see. So we can get 6907. Do you have the four side covered also? Copy.
Chicken Nugget says, I know a little, but not all the details. Perfect. You're about to learn them all. All the details. So on November 13, 2022, at approximately 4 p.m., Moscow Police Department Sergeant Bleeker and I responded to King Road, here after the King Road residents, to assist with scene security and processing of a crime scene associated with 4 homicides. Upon our arrival, Idaho State Police forensic team was on scene and was preparing to begin processing the scene. PD Officer Smith and one of the initial responding officers of the incident advised he would walk me through the scene. Officer Smith and I entered the King Road residence through the bottom floor door on the north side of the building. Officer Smith and I then walked upstairs to the second floor. Officer Smith directed me down the hallway to the west bedroom on the second floor, which I later learned through Xana's driver's license and other personal belongings found in the room. Xana Kernodle, hereafter Kernodle's room. Just before this room, there was a bathroom door on the south wall of the hallway. As I approached the room, I could see a body later identified as Kernodle's laying on the floor. Kernodle was deceased with wounds which appeared to have been caused by an edged weapon. Also in the room was a male, later identified as Chapin, hereafter Chapin. Chapin was also deceased with wounds later determined to be caused by sharp force injuries. I then followed Officer Smith upstairs to the third floor of the residence. The third floor consisted of 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The bedroom was on the west side of the floor, was determined to be Kaylee Goncalves. I later learned from the review body camera there was a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. The dog belonged to Goncalves and her boyfriend, Jack. I found out from my interview with Jack on November 13, 2022, that he and Kaylee shared the dog. Officer Smith then pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the third floor. This bathroom shared a wall with Madison, Mogen, hereafter Mogen. Her bedroom was situated on the southeast corner of the third floor. As I entered the bedroom, I could see 2 females and the single bed in the room. Both Goncalves and Mogen were deceased with visible stab wounds. I also later noticed what appeared to be a leather knife sheath laying on the bed next to Mogen's right side. The sheath was later processed and had a Ka bar USMC and the United States Marine Corps Eagle, Globe, and Anchor insignia stamped on the outside of it. The Idaho State Lab later located a single source of male DNA left on the button snap of the knife sheath. As part of the investigation, numerous interviews were conducted by Moscow Police Department officers, detectives, and FBI agents. 2 of the interviews included BF and DM. Both BF and DM were inside the King Road residence at the time of the homicides and were roommates to BF's bedroom. The victim were roommates to the victim's BF's bedroom and located on the east side of the floor of the King Road residence. Based on numerous interviews conducted by MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI agents, as well as my review of the evidence, I have learned the following. On the evening of November 12, 2022, Chapin and Kernodle are seen by BF at the Sigma Chi House on the university campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive from approximately 9 p.m. to November 12th, 1:45 a.m., and November 13th. BF also estimated that approximately 1:45 a.m. Chapin and Kernodle were returned to the King Road residence. Also stated that Chapin did not live at the King Road residence, but was a guest of Kernodle. Goncalves and Mogen were at a local bar at the Corner Club in Moscow. Goncalves and Mogen can be seen on video footage provided by the Corner Club between 10 p.m. on November 12th and 1:30 a.m. on November 13th. At approximately 1:30 a.m., Goncalves and Mogen can be seen on video at a local food vendor called the Grub Truck. The Grub Truck live streams video from their food truck on the streaming platform Twitch, which is available for public viewing on their website. This video was captured by law enforcement. A private party blank reported that he provided a ride to Goncalves and Mogen at approximately 1:56 a.m. from downtown Moscow to the King Road residence. DM and BF both made statements during the interviews that indicated the occupants of the King Road residence were home by 2 a.m. and asleep or at least in their rooms at approximately 4 a.m. So the previous crime in 2021 happened at 3:58 a.m. and this falls in between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. This was the exception of Kernodle, who received a DoorDash order at the residence approximately at 4 a.m. DM stated she had originally went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the second floor. DM stated that she was awoken at approximately 4 a.m. by what she stated sounded like Goncalves playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedroom, which were located on the 3rd floor. A short time later, DM said she heard what she thought was Goncalves saying something to the effect of, "There's someone here." A review of records obtained from a forensic download of Kernodle's phone showed that this could also have been Kernodle, as her cellular phone indicated that she was likely awake and using the TikTok app at approximately 4:12 a.m. DM stated she leaked out of her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard the comment about someone being in the house. DM stated she opened the door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Kernodle's room. DM then said she heard a male voice saying something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." At approximately 4:17 a.m., a security camera located on King Road residence immediately to the northwest of King Road picked up a distorted audio of what sounded like voices of a whimper followed by a loud thud. A dog can also be heard barking numerous times starting at 4:17 a.m. The security camera is less than 50 feet from the west wall of Kernodle's bedroom. DM stated she opened her door for the 3rd time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking towards her. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but authentically built with bushy eyebrows. The male walked past DM as she stood in the frozen shock phase. The male walked towards the back sliding glass door. DM locked herself in her room after seeing the male. DM did not state that she recognized the male. This leads investigators to believe that the murderer left the scene. Pretty similar to the Idaho 4, right? The details of this. I'll not name other channels, but I think he's being set up. Okay. That's an interesting theory. Set up by who? I'm curious, Nina. And then Sarah says, "Girl, I'll have to hear that. I got conspiracies, but I don't know if it's true." Okay, so do you guys think it's a setup? Yeah, hello, Mystique. That's interesting. I like to hear everyone's opinions about what they think about happened in this crime. Okay, let's finish the body cam footage real quick.
You want Paul to just go over there since he's already here?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, the first side.
And it was cloudy. Again, the logic is like,
Good.
Mystique, good to see you, love. I'm glad you're here.
or the back is going to be a better entry point. Copy. We'll head over to your side. What's Paul's number?
330.
330-07. You can cover the 1-4 corner.
Against the logic, I never believed the stargazing thing. But hey, to each their own. How could it be stargazing if it was cloudy? I agree against the logic. That's funny.
We'll go over it.
I need to put on my glasses.
5307. We're coming around on the 3 side. Correction 2 side. Yeah. On the front, I guess.
Can you get info from
Yep.
the other 3 people?
All right, we'll start with you. What's a good last name for you? And first?
Sadie, Sadie.
And middle?
Grace.
And date of birth? And do you live here?
Yes.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you? And you live here. Perfect. Is your license through Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And you?
Last name?
And first?
Caitlin, Kaitlyn.
And middle?
Marie, Marie.
And date of birth? And you live here as well?
Yes.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you? All right. And is yours through Washington as well?
Yes.
Okay. And you? Let's start with the last.
It's a long one. Here we go.
All right. Hold on, let me stretch out my fingers. That's it? Oh man, I was expecting a lot longer.
I can't believe how people pronounce it.
Your first?
Alyssa, Alyssa.
And middle?
Rose, R.
Date of birth? Is that through Washington?
Yes, sir.
Against all logic, you're funny.
What's a good phone number for you? All right, so what happened?
Well, we weren't home at the time.
Okay.
We just
So
So it was just me and
Okay.
Alex, and we both lived downstairs.
Where-
and
Where's Alex?
she's downstairs with.
She's
our
with,
officer,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were,
We were both downstairs in our rooms.
Okay.
And she was completely asleep. I was just watching TV in my
okay.
bed. And she said that somebody opened her door and she thought it was one of us.
Mhm.
So she kind of rolled over and looked. There was somebody with a ski mask and a knife, like this, like right above her.
Okay.
And so she got up and she kicked them, and they fell like into her closet. And then they ran out of her room, and then I heard.
So they had a ski mask and they're holding a knife up
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Okay.
Then they ran upstairs, and I heard them run upstairs, but I didn't hear them come down.
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry. I'm a work here.
No, it's good. It's just important to, how they're holding the knife and stuff is, I have to articulate that. Yeah.
So yeah, she was holding the knife above her.
Okay. So this is all what she told you. You didn't see any of this?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I didn't see any of this. I was in my room and
Okay.
the doors were closed.
And she kicked him?
Yeah.
Did she say where she kicked him?
She said she kicked him in the stomach.
Kicked him in the stuff. So like, did she say how or
I
motion?
don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming she probably just, like the way that her room is set up, her bed is right here, up against the wall. And then the door is right here directly next to it. So
Yeah.
when they walk in, they would be standing like right here
Okay.
next to her bed. And so I'm assuming she got up and kicked them because she has a closet that's right here.
Okay.
And her bed is right here. And so if they were right here, I'm assuming she kicked them in
Okay.
the stomach.
Marcus, you get detention for being late. You get detention today. After school.
They fell into the closet and then they ran upstairs.
Good to see you, Marcus.
And then she came into my room and I thought she was joking with me.
Mhm.
And then we called 911.
Okay. Do you know anybody who either want to hurt her?
No.
Do you know anybody who want to play a prank?
She works, no.
But she does
absolutely
work
not.
at-
nothing like that.
No.
She works at Zoe's coffee house and
Okay.
pub. and she's a server there, and she has been telling us she does get weird customers, and
Kind of creepy.
they ask for her to be their server. And I mean, it's never ever never been across.
And we've never seen there's never been anybody around our house that
Everyone says that, right?
We're suspicious about necessarily.
Yeah.
Like,
About the
I've
small
never
town.
seen a car.
A big bunch of boys live next door, and we have friends that live right behind us.
Yeah, there's another group of guys.
I mean, this felt like a safe place.
Yeah, in the back door. And the only time we ever leave the doors open is until like everybody's home. Which I mean, we should probably know better.
I just have to say, like, is any place safe after, like, I don't know. I felt like I never was comfortable to just leave my door unlocked, or, I mean, it kind of, I'm like, I question when people say that. I know, like, back in the day that was a thing, but yeah, Agi, I agree. Agi says her poor voice, she sounds sick. My mother leans, wants to take her home and look after her. The cops are thorough with this interview. I give them that. Yeah, it's a good interview.
We weren't gonna do it after the shooting and everything happened.
Sit in the
We've been good about it, but tonight it was just
Yes,
such a
Sarah.
chaotic day.
Time out.
Yeah,
Mommy says
Do you
you're
guys
in
sometimes leave the
trouble.
windows open though?
No.
Because there's a window open downstairs by the washing machine.
I'm doing a
Yeah.
that window's
vertical
open.
Yeah.
live
That's been
later.
closed.
Okay.
After this, we're doing a vertical live again for fun.
Interesting.
It is. It has
Like
been
last night.
Closed?
I didn't
I'll have
even know
fun.
there was a window. I have no
Oh, you
idea.
think the one above this?
I literally don't pay attention. I just get my laundry
Okay, I'll
done.
be good.
Unless she.
Chicken
she's
nugget.
the only person I can think of.
That's right. Nowhere is safe.
Why would she want to open that window?
Well, maybe that's why I didn't hear anybody come down. We heard him go up.
Anything?
We had just gotten home, and the back door was like cracked open a little, and she was like, "Did you leave that when?" Because I had left like 5 minutes before that. I was up in my room, and she asked if I could come get her, so I went and picked her up. And then we got back, and that was open, and she was like, "Did you leave that open?" And I was like, "No, I totally shut it." So we just kind of didn't really think anything of it and came in, and then Alex called me, and she was like, "You're never going to believe what just happened." And I was like, "There's no way, like, what?" And so I was like, "Both of you come upstairs right now, like, we all have to be together." And then when they came upstairs, Sadie was on the phone.
Yeah, that's right. When you guys showed up,
Yeah,
I was like at the same time. I was on the phone with 911,
Okay.
and she told me that she was going to stay on the line, and I went back there, locked that door, and
Okay.
you guys were in the backyard.
Coleman 443, 3 names to attach. And female through Washington. 2001, female through Washington. Female through Washington.
Like, are we supposed to stay here and just feel safe? Like, I don't know. Like, do I go home? Like, I don't know what to even do. Like, I just want to call my mom and I would pick me up.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say
scary.
when we head out of here, we should lock up all the
If that happened to me, I'd move the hell out quick.
windows and the doors and stuff. I'm
I'm
wondering
sorry,
if
I'd be
there was
like,
somebody who left something
I'm out.
open, maybe, left the door unlocked or something.
So fast. I would get movers and I'd be like, done.
So when you mean open, do you mean unlocked?
Yes.
Okay,
and
yeah.
like those windows,
hardly
I can't
ever lock
understand
them.
how
They're
they're
so
scared.
cute.
Yeah,
They're
they're like because they're like those little latch ones. So those are like, and then the one downstairs, but that one usually isn't open. So I don't know why it's open. Because it's I've never opened it, and they've never opened it, and I'm pretty sure.
Copy, thank you. So yeah, I would just suggest locking everything down, and I mean these types of things don't happen frequently.
But they do.
Obviously,
They
do
do.
whatever feels best for you.
Maybe not there.
I've never experienced anything like this.
And definitely reach out to.
I agree.
WSU
Marcus.
has some resources for counselors and stuff. Probably talk to a counselor because obviously
yeah,
it's
I
not
agree.
a good feeling to have, Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a magic answer and tell you
No,
it's all okay.
Here's the one.
Put a little cloud around your house. And
Yeah.
You guys don't have that. We can't you guys don't sell that.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, but listen, that's under wraps. Oh, my camera's on. We don't want to talk about it. No, it's not true.
It's a little bit out of your pay grade.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm really smart. Did you hear what she said? She's calling me stupid. I mean, she's not wrong. I'm a little dumb.
What camera?
Chicken nugget. Tell him chicken nugget.
But yeah, I mean, I would say I would sleep here after I locked everything down.
You would?
Especially if the person left as soon as they got kicked.
Yeah.
They're
clearly not like gonna.
They're not trying to.
They're clearly not trying to pick a fight.
Yeah, they're not trying to
She's
sit
not,
there.
no, she's little and she doesn't have a lot of muscle. She's tiny.
Yeah, because if you think about somebody who has the advantage of surprise and a knife, and they get kicked and they didn't keep going, then
Now I wonder, like, did they?
I don't agree with that.
Knives? Did they
What the
bring it?
heck?
Like, I don't even know what we.
I don't even.
The house is atrocious.
Please do not look too deep into this house.
well, it's too late.
At this point, chicken nugget can be the officer there because we do not agree with this.
I've already been all around it.
I do
So.
not agree, and chicken nugget does not agree.
Girls are. I like trust me. I know it doesn't look like it, but we are very close. This was a flaw in the day. It's been a long day. It's just been a long day.
Any questions for me?
Yes.
I mean,
How do I
Maybe it's time for
truly
girls' night.
stay safe after that incident, officer?
Hey, you guys go get something from the gas station, watch a movie. Maybe I'll hang out,
Yeah, we're
sleep in the living room.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
we're gonna be tagged to
Yeah,
each other.
yeah. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. And like I said, there's resources that the college offers for counseling and stuff. Probably a good idea to follow up with that.
I think like a crime of someone standing over your bed is pretty serious. I don't think that's like a college campus police type of thing. Good evening, Tony. Good to see you, lovely. I'm happy you're here.
It's not necessarily a normal thing. And you don't want to have lasting effects. So
do you think that we should reach out to the person that was under us?
probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let him
Absolutely.
know.
I
Yeah.
don't know his work.
Yeah, probably wouldn't wake him up.
He's
Then.
he's older. Yeah, he's really nice, but he's older.
I want to say, I want to connect this to the Lake and Riley case, the jogger who was unalived. There was like an incident where the murderer was like peeping through another student's window, and it didn't get reported from the like school campus. There wasn't like a notification for it for like hours. And I'm just like, that makes no sense. Like if someone is peeping through a student's window, I don't know. I would think that's enough to lock it down, right? Because like you don't know what that person has. Do they have a weapon? Who are they?
I don't.
Et cetera, et cetera.
You could always put a note on his door and just say, "Hey, this is
Exactly,
what
life
happened.
artist.
If you, blah blah, and leave a phone number or something."
Chicken
So-
nuggets, like I'm horrified. Horrified.
We should text her. Yeah. Because if our door wasn't locked right now, no. My no parents.
But yeah, so any other questions?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
That's what I'm here for.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And if anything freaks,
I'm not trying to be rude to the police department, but like, sir, your recommendations do not stand with me. Like, why would they stay there? Why would they stay there? I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way about that.
you out, give us a call. We'll be back.
God, you guys can speak up.
Yeah. We have a pretty good response time.
We're downstairs.
Make sure you guys lock your windows. You guys have a whole bunch of unlocked windows in this
Oh,
house.
Marcus.
Those are unlocked.
Lock your doors.
Every window in those buildings is unlocked. The bathroom window is unlocked. The windows in this room right here are unlocked. There's a half window downstairs is unlocked. So I don't think that anybody realistically, I don't want to say could. I don't think anybody did go through those because they're more than 6 feet above the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty unlikely.
That's,
but nonetheless,
Don't need to lock.
That one downstairs is like,
that would be very easy.
yeah, like.
And then whose room is this?
Mine.
You have a closet in or a window in your closet.
Yeah.
That's
in
weird.
the corner.
I need
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
This
So
house,
she.
and none of our windows open. The windows in my room don't open.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like if they do, they go just a little bit. They're just like
That
the
one,
old
yeah, that one's really like her window. It's a heavy one. Like, It drops.
I mean,
those
these ones are heavy too, and this one doesn't even have a face.
Kind of like a creepy house.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Well, if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, thank you
Be
so
safe.
much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Love you, Sarah. Thank you for being here. and being such a great friend.
Okay, cool to go down to their room.
Are they?
Oh, are they still? Okay, yeah. Four. What? Oh.
Marcus is in detention for like 25 years. Augie says he should never give recommendation like that. He doesn't know what type of psycho they're dealing with. Exactly, Augie. I agree. I was just going to say you feel some type of way about it. Marcus.
You know, another thing you could do too is just get like
That's
one of
always
those
nice.
window alarms, you know, so if it has like a laser, yeah, it has a
really
laser that
sad,
shoots across, so if anything crosses, because if you can't, you know, if you can't get to lock, then at least you have some sort
Something
of,
to
yeah.
The window downstairs
Is open.
was like
And then a year later, 4 other students get unalived. Was it 4? Yeah. And would it have made a difference if they actually caught Bryan, who was a person of interest, or the other person? Could those 4 people have been saved? I don't know. I'm yelling at this.
You didn't open that. You didn't open. Neither did I.
Me too, chicken nugget. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it would be the type of window that you could push and get open, and then you could just slide through this.
How many people saw?
Only one saw. One other person was here.
Did you hear anything?
She said everything she gave me was. Let me just verify. I just want to verify. So you didn't hear anything. You just everything you told me was everything she told you.
Yeah.
She didn't hear anything.
The only thing that I heard was like maybe a minute or two before she came into my room, I heard somebody running up our stairs.
I appreciate it.
And so I just assumed that it was maybe one of them, but I heard somebody run up the stairs. So after she came. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not judging, but like I used to do the partying in like college and party house and et cetera, et cetera. I still wouldn't be safe with or like comfortable with leaving just my door open to anyone in a party house, even if my place was a party house. I was actually like the opposite. It would be like party at my place, but I was like strict. I was like, no puking in the bathroom and like, don't do this and don't do, you know what I mean? Like I was that kind of party house. So I'm very, I don't know, maybe everyone's different, but I would have definitely been locking my doors. I wouldn't have gone to sleep or been blocked out if I knew that there wasn't someone there to be like responsible and like watch over kind of like the whole place and everyone. I don't know. I guess everyone's just different.
Hey, we got another call coming. There's still gonna be an officer downstairs, but we'll be back. All right? You say. Not yet. He's still down there.
Yeah, Officer Harris is still downstairs. I think that one window, that half window, Brock, is probably the only one that somebody could have gotten in.
We saw this with the Idaho case.
Because although there's a whole bunch of unlocked windows,
literally this was the thing in the Idaho case. It was like there was only 1 or 2 ways he could have gotten inside, right?
All very heavy and would require somebody to hold their own body weight while trying to manipulate a old heavy window. That just doesn't seem very likely.
Now I'm just being a jerk. I guess I get detention.
Only one eyewitness?
I'm not sure. That's kind of what it sounds like, but I haven't asked directly yet. That's very. I mean, that kind of makes me think like.
Augie,
it almost makes me think that somebody was specifically targeting that person. You know what I mean? Like they went to a specific room and would know how to get into this place.
Okay, so it was someone who might have known how to get into the place. I truly believe Bryan or whoever allegedly is responsible for Idaho 4. I think they were familiar with the house. I think they had been in there. I think they had scoped it out. I think they had watched. I think they were very much aware of the layout of the house. Like it said, you know. So another similarity to the Idaho 4.
Who wears sunglasses?
I keep rolling.
COVID.
No, seriously.
Yeah, I got you.
Gross. That's funny.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be typing each other's back. We're not leaving.
That would be a
each other.
terrible idea. And like you said, there's resources that the college offers for counseling. So I'm probably going to need all of that, you know.
Sir, I do not need, I need you to protect me.
I'm someone who takes me a second to like process things, so I'm just kind of in shock.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
We always wait. Older. Yeah, he's really nice, but he's older.
Exactly my point, Chicken Nugget. I think the person who had been watching the Idaho 4 was probably in there for quote unquote a situation involving going to the party house, party, AKA whatever they were doing at the time. Definitely the person was familiar in my opinion.
Yeah, they had, I think one of them had just, like, they were just coming out, so, or at least the back door.
We should text the. Because if our door was locked.
Sadie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And if anything freaks you out, you know, just call. We'll be back.
Got you guys 6 feet down.
Yeah. With a pretty good response time.
So make sure you guys lock your windows. You guys have a whole bunch of unlocked windows in this house.
Yeah.
Those two are unlocked. Every window in those 2 bedrooms is unlocked. Your bathroom window is unlocked. The windows in this mudroom right here are unlocked.
Please lock your windows after that.
So I don't think that anybody realistically, I mean, I don't want to say could. I don't think anybody did go through those because they're more than 6 feet above the ground. You'd have to, I mean, that's pretty unlikely, but nonetheless,
But that one downstairs is like.
that would be very easy to access. Yeah.
And then whose room is this?
Mine.
You have a closet in your, or a window in your closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the corner.
Yeah.
This house, they have, and none of our windows open. The windows are open. And
It's scary.
I do the door just a little bit. They're just like,
That one, yeah.
Very
that one's
chicken nugget.
Like, hoping it's a heavy one.
same with these ones are
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
it was probably like 3 minutes total.
Am I cool to go down to the room?
Are they?
If you can wait just a minute, that'd be
Okay,
nice.
yeah.
Thanks.
What?
So this is my card.
Oh.
Yes, I do, Sarah.
Hmm.
I love you guys. Thanks for being here.
You know, another thing you could do too is just get like one of those window alarms.
I think you would.
Yeah.
Crosses. You know, can't get that lock. But you have some
They're like, things like this never happen in this small town. And I'm like, crime happens everywhere. What do you mean?
So
There's
there's a whole lot of unlocked windows in this place.
Oh, okay.
However, this is the only window that somebody could have realistically accessed. Every other window is more than 6 feet above the ground, and it's old and heavy. So there's no way that somebody, I mean, possible, sure, but you know, plausible that somebody would be holding on to that and lifting the window. No.
So they had she indicated that they had a door unlocked because not all the roommates were back here.
Well, it must have been the back door because the front door was deadbolted.
Oh, okay.
But there's nothing, like Bark was noticing. I went out and looked too. There's a bunch of bark there, but no, there's not a bunch of disturbed bark. You know what I mean? It's not like there's a bunch of, like he was saying, like toe kicks and stuff. And
yeah.
So.
And, yeah.
Really, Marcus? Wow. I'm surprised.
I'm not seeing a single.
Right, chicken nugget.
My goodness. 407. Go ahead.
Where do you live, Marcus?
So I'm good here if you all want to leave.
Copy. 4369 to myself if you interact.
Hey, we got another call coming. There's still gonna be an officer downstairs.
Why do they like redact it? I don't like that. We should be able to hear it all. What the heck? Thank you, Marcus. Marcus. Okay, I'm going to pause that for a second. We're almost through it, but I want to pull up the rest of the Bryan Kohberger document. So it's a combination of DM statements, law enforcement, review of forensic downloads of records from BF and DM's phone, and a video of the suspect. This was from the Idaho 4 case. As described below, leads investigator believes the homicides occurred between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. During the processing of the crime scene, investigators found a latent shoe print. This was located during the second processing of the crime scene by the ISP forensic team by first using a presumptive blood test and then AminoBlack, a protein stain that detects the presence of cellular material. The detective's shoe print showed a diamond-shaped pattern just outside the door of DM's bedroom. This is consistent with DM's statement regarding the suspect's path of travel. As part of the investigation, an extensive search commonly referred to in law as video canvas was conducted in the area of King Road residence. This video canvas was to obtain any footage from the early mornings of November 13, 2022 in the area of King Road residence and surrounding neighborhoods in an effort to locate the suspect or suspect's vehicle traveling to or leaving from the King Road residence. This video canvas resulted in the collection of numerous surveillance videos in the area from both residential and business addresses. I have reviewed numerous videos that were collected and have had conversations with other MPD officers, detectives, and agents that are similarly reviewing footage that was obtained. A review of camera footage indicated that a white sedan, hereafter suspect vehicle number 1, was observed traveling westbound in the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive in Moscow at approximately 3:26 a.m. And what did I say earlier? This crime on 2021 happened at 3:28 a.m. It's pretty close and weird, right? Like weird timing for both of the crimes. I don't know. Cat Randall! Yeah. Good to see you here. Yeah, I feel like he was being, I don't know. I feel like that wasn't very good advice. Stay in the house and lock up the windows. After a man was just laying or standing over her while she was sleeping, laying in her bed. I don't know. Good to see you, Kat. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Plunder too. She provided this footage. She's great. I love her. She's provided me docs for other true crime cases I've covered on here. She's awesome. Go follow and subscribe. She's good people. I like her.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Brashears of the Pullman Police
Okay, so
Department. How are you today?
this is the other suspect. That was Bryan Kohberger, and then this man.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do. Are you the only one who lives here?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I came by, the other night there was somebody who had gone upstairs to the neighbor's apartment, and we're kind of checking out to kind of see what people know about that.
Okay.
Did you hear or see anything?
Yeah, I heard 2 years.
What's that?
I heard for 2 years.
You're here for 2 years? Okay.
Never have problem. I work.
You work. Where do you work at?
Rancho Viejo.
At Rancho Viejo? Okay. Let me jot your name down real quick here. Do you know your neighbors?
So what?
Do you know your neighbors upstairs?
What?
Do you know who they are?
Oh, I'm sorry, I know people English.
Are you friends with them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your last name?
Cruz.
Cruze?
Yeah.
And what's your first name?
Jose.
No E.
Jose?
He lied.
And what's your middle name?
Animal. Animal.
How do you spell that?
This animal.
Do you have your ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not them trying to like peek in. They're like,
Thank you.
so he lives
What's the
downstairs.
phone number I could reach you at?
They have a right to peek in for their protection.
7772.
Go in.
Oh, 0772.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is Ash Street. Is it lower or is it the B unit? What's that? What? Is this the lower unit or is this B or what? How does it actually addressed?
This the other.
Well, so upstairs is
This and
Is this number-
number 2?
number 2. Okay.
Peek not.
All right. Here's your ID back.
Yep.
So Saturday night, were you home Saturday night?
No, I would. I work. I start close maybe 10:20.
What time did you get off work?
I thought he didn't understand English.
In the morning?
Yeah. No, I close 10:30.
Oh, you closed at 10:30?
Home, go to the shower, go to the bar, my friend, work.
Okay, so you got off work at 10:30.
Saturday is not here.
What's that?
I know her, but I call my friend Luhao. He's live over there.
Okay, so did you guys go out to the bars here in Pullman?
Yeah.
Which bar did you guys go to?
This the new park.
The lumber yard?
Yeah.
Okay, and how long did you stay there?
Maybe
2 a.m.
So
Did you-
my
did-
friend give me a ride, go over there on the home. My friend is live over there in the morning.
Oh, so you spent the night at your friend's house. Okay. What's your friend's name?
It is Miguel.
Miguel? Okay. All right. Do you work with him?
Yeah, I work over there.
Okay. All right.
Idaho.
Have you seen anyone suspicious in the neighborhood that's been like watching the houses or anything like that?
Oh, not bad.
You haven't seen
No,
anyone?
I have my wife.
The Idaho case
Yes,
is out of Idaho.
Live behind you this morning.
Oh, you mean
I
the,
have my wife one up.
Okay. Your wife doesn't live here?
how far are the
Are
bars?
you guys
Were they the same
not getting
bars
along,
that the
or-
Idaho 4 visited
no, you said your wife lives behind Dismar's,
the night of the crimes?
but she doesn't live here.
Yeah, because it's separate,
Oh, separated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe one year.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No, yeah, because I don't know who is for you, the police.
Well, the reason that we came by here is because someone entered the apartment up above in the middle of the night, and
well, the Idaho 4 is obviously out of Idaho, but this case was actually out of Washington.
scared the people who live there, and so we're just following up on this and trying to find out, what happened and if anyone knows or saw anything. Okay.
Right now, me.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
It's I heard because it's 10 years. Never have problem, no arrest, nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
Work. I have my family in my country.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Why is he telling them that?
If you see anything suspicious, give us a call, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't remember the second, but Idaho 4 was bar hopping.
Do you have a minute to talk to us?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk out here or inside? I know it's cold.
Whatever.
Okay. Do you mind if we come in, or are you coming out? Okay.
There, he gave them permission to enter.
Okay, so I brought Officer Lara with me. He speaks Spanish, so he can help
brought
translate if you have any
else.
questions about what I'm saying, okay?
Translate.
But because there's 3 of us here, I'm just going to remind you that you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have an attorney present before you answer any questions or make any statements.
You better
Okay,
get
and
an
you can
attorney.
choose to invoke your rights at any time and not answer any questions or request an attorney.
¿Se entendió? No, dice que tiene derecho de permanecer silencio si gusta y tiene derecho para tener un abogado presente y si entiende sus derechos. Sí, yes, he understands.
Okay.
¿Por qué voy a tener un abogado?
What would he need a lawyer at this time?
He's like, why would I need a lawyer?
It's up to you. It's just because there are 3 of us here and we're talking to you about the incident that happened upstairs. You probably got the search warrant paperwork that we left. So just so you understand your rights, I want to make sure that I reiterate those to you.
So, el papel que me dejaron es como para yo buscar un abogado.
So that paper, what does it indicate on that paper? Is that for him to find a lawyer?
No, that's not what that was about.
Ya, porque yo hablé con un abogado ya, pero también quiero saber por qué vinieron a registrar mi casa. Porque quiero saber si me están acusando las mujeres de arriba, porque vinieron a registrarme toda la casa. No entiendo por qué.
So he is just, he doesn't understand why his house or apartment was searched.
Okay, so I talked to Miguel, who you were supposedly with the night that the man came to your upstairs neighbors, and you told Sergeant Brashears that you were with Miguel all night at his house. And when I talked to Miguel said that was not true. He said you guys went to the lumber yard and then walked here, and he left at about 3 a.m.
¿Mande?
¿Cómo dijo?
Dijo que habló con Miguel y que Miguel había dicho que no había estado con usted al horario que usted había dicho. Entonces cuando so I told him about the part where Miguel said he was not with him by what time?
At 3 a.m.
So his friend was like, no, he wasn't with me.
So I go outside, give my friend, Miguel coming in my house, he's coming the bar. So Miguel, you don't have a right for your house, you know. He's coming here. The bar is 12 o'clock in the morning. So coming here, Miguel vino y estuvo un rato conmigo. Venimos caminando de allá. Nos salimos a las 2 de la barra. ¿Cómo no va a estar aquí más de las 3? O sea, yo creo que le dio miedo y decir, o no sé, pero sí estuvo, no sé a qué horas realmente, pero...
He's basically debating what the
So he doesn't know exactly what time it was, but after the bar closed around 2 o'clock, that's when they walked over here, and he was around here around that time. That's what he's saying.
Okay. So why did you tell Sergeant Brashears that you stayed at Miguel's house?
Porque le dijo
Why did you lie?
al sargento Brashear que
Allegedly.
usted se quedó en la casa de Miguel.
No, es que no me entendió.
Okay. He said he didn't.
Sí, yo le dije a él que yo no hablo inglés.
He told him that he didn't speak English.
Of course.
And that he says that he didn't understand.
Okay, but it was pretty clear.
Yo le estaba diciendo que Miguel se fue a su casa, ¿sí me entiendes? Pero no,
Miguel,
yo sé que por eso le llamaron a él, porque no me entendió. Y yo desde un principio le dije, no te voy a entender todo lo que me vas a decir y tampoco te voy a poder contestar, porque usted ya sabe que yo no hablo inglés.
So he's saying that he let Bashir know that he doesn't understand Spanish, or I'm sorry, English. And
I know I don't know if I'm confusing you, Chicken Nugget, from like going back and forth, but we're like watching the 2021 body cam footage from this crime that's similar to the Idaho 4, but then I'm reading the arrest warrant for the Idaho 4. So I apologize if I did confuse you. I know, Augie.
told him that
we're a party here.
Can understand either.
BYOB.
Okay. Because it was pretty clear that you told him that you stayed the night at Miguel's house.
Dijo que él le quedó claro a usted que usted había dicho que se quedó en la casa de Miguel.
No. Yo le estaba diciendo de que él se había ido a esa hora.
No comment.
Y yo me quedé a dormir aquí.
He's saying that
no comment.
He left at that hour.
I'll get in trouble.
Sure that he left at that hour and he was going to stay here.
Okay, because you told.
I need
yo creo que no me entendió, pero pues yo le estaba diciendo que él había venido aquí a mi casa y que él se fue.
Vertical
y
live.
me quedé aquí a dormir.
He's saying that he came to his house and then he left. And then he stayed
here.
Chicken Nugget. That's what he said.
Okay, because you told Sergeant
Nugget. I feel like this creates, like I said, reasonable doubt for the Idaho 4 case.
Shears, you weren't home. You weren't here at all that night.
Que usted le había dicho a Sergeant Bashir que usted no ha estado aquí toda esa noche.
No, sí. Yo me quedé a dormir y le dije que me había levantado a las 11 de la mañana para ir a trabajar.
It's this guy. It's already too much.
He stayed here.
He already lied.
Woke up, at 11 o'clock so he can go to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So, pero por eso yo quería que viniera. Es más, yo le dije, cuando vengas con alguien que sepa español, porque
yes,
yo no entiendo, o sea, no me puedo.
He's like, I didn't speak Spanish, I didn't understand.
¿Sí me entiende?
He said that he told Bashir that when he does come back to bring somebody that speaks Spanish, because he doesn't understand.
Then why
that's
were
what
you
we did.
answering?
So it's easier to understand.
Why?
Yeah. So that night, do you remember hearing anything from upstairs?
Tony.
Esa noche sí escuchó algo arriba que había sucedido.
No, yo venía bien tomado, pues nomás me metí, Miguel estuvo aquí sentado, vinieron por él, se fue y yo me quedé dormido, yo no vi nada. No.
So
he's like, I fell asleep
he was
after my
drunk,
friend
and
left.
then that Miguel stayed at this couch, and then he doesn't remember.
And he doesn't
So
remember
Miguel
anything else.
stayed the night here?
No,
for
he's said over here, he's talking for his waiting for ride, you know.
Okay.
So Miguel leave, I go to the restroom, in my bed, he sleep. Because he said 3, I don't remember what time. So he's sleeping, so because I go work.
Okay. Because there were a lot of officers here, and there was a lot of noise shortly after around 3:30. Do you remember hearing any of that?
Que había muchos oficiales aquí y ellos han oído ruidos. ¿Usted no escuchó nada de eso?
I don't see nothing.
Okay. And are you friends with the girls upstairs?
Tiene una amistad con.
Okay.
So, quiero también que, porque yo fumo y salgo a fumar y van 2 veces que la muchacha me viene a decir que no fume aquí.
So he says that he smokes, and then he goes outside to smoke every once in a while, and then there's been times where she comes out and tells him not to smoke.
But that's all of your interaction with them?
Es la única interacción que tiene con ella.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for us?
No, que necesito saber qué va a pasar, pues, porque ya van 3 veces que viene. Y yo le aseguro que usted me conoce. ¿Cómo anda haciendo eso yo?
he wants to know that it's been 3 times that we've come or.
Get a lawyer.
No, o sea, ya han venido 3 veces los oficiales, pues. La primera vez a cuestionarme.
Like, why is he still speaking if he's saying that he had nothing to do with it, but he's still answering after 3 times that law enforcement has showed up? At that point, I mean, I would have just been like, I need a lawyer. I don't know why you're questioning me. I don't understand Spanish. Bye.
La segunda vez,
Continue this in the police department with a translator and a lawyer.
He said that he's going to do instances that we've come, and then what's gonna happen after this.
So after today, the case will be closed. You're not under arrest. You're not being charged with anything at this time.
El caso va a estar cerrado. Por ahorita no hay antecedentes para usted. Es nomás para investigar.
Right, Marcus.
Sí, porque el papel que me dejaron aquí, yo se lo enseñaba.
You do have the right to remain
silent. A un abogado y pues le pregunté de que me diera, pues, si era una orden de... Oh, I have a question. So, cuando vinieron a registrar mi casa, me dejaron este papel que yo lo había perdido.
Okay, so when you guys had come to search the house, that he obtained this paper after he lost the first one.
For 1 year, something.
Okay, we don't need that. We didn't touch it.
Yeah, I don't touch why.
Oh, this paper here?
No. Dígale que este papel ya tenía 1 año de haberlo perdido.
So that paper, it's been about a year since it's been lost.
Y cuando vinieron a registrar mi casa, me lo dejaron aquí donde está la televisión, o sea, a la vista.
So when the apartment was searched, that was
it was a warrant, probably.
No, me lo dejaron allá.
Okay, when the apartment was searched, this was found in his room over there.
Okay, that just means that we found it. I don't know why either. We didn't leave anything here. We didn't come with anything. So it must have been somewhere and an officer found it. And then that's just where they put it when they left.
Dicen que lo habían encontrado en un lugar y nomás por dejarlo ahí lo dejaron.
Pero es que no entiendo por qué. Si este papel yo ya por 1 año lo estoy buscando. Y cuando vienen a saquear mi casa, está así, ¿verdad?
So yeah, he said he lost that paper and just wondering how it.
Hi, Fever Dream. Thank you for being here.
I don't know why.
We just must have found it while we were looking through other things.
So, yo hablé con un abogado y me dijo de que...
Oh, he did talk to a lawyer. He just said. He did talk to a lawyer.
Pero, o sea, no sé, ya, pues, ahorita que vienen de vuelta y pero pues si quieren yo busco un abogado y para que me lleve el caso.
He's like, I'll get a lawyer if I need to.
So, he's just confused and
I agree, Tony.
If he would want a lawyer to take up his case if there was a case.
So you're not being charged with anything right now. I can't make the decision about an attorney for you, but given that the case is closed and you're not being charged, there's no continuing case.
Ahorita el caso está cerrado, que no tiene usted ahorita por no están cargos, no van a haber arrestos, entonces el caso va a estar cerrado. Ella no puede avisarle si quiere agarrar el abogado de aquí para adelante.
Okay.
But if you have legal questions about the warrant itself, you could contact an attorney with those questions.
Pero si tiene preguntas sobre el expediente que tiene allí, puede contactar un abogado si gusta usted para si tiene preguntas sobre eso.
Do you have a face mask that you wear at work?
Tiene una máscara que se pone para trabajar.
What color is it?
¿Qué color es?
Las mismas, de tela, negra, blanca.
Okay. Could I see it?
La puede ver.
If the case is closed, why are you asking for the face mask?
And this, the black.
Okay.
The work.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you for your time.
So, I have more of the body cam footage, but we'll play that on a different live. Let me pull up. Yeah, I'm confused. It sounds something's off here. So let's continue with the Idaho 4 police document. A review of footage from multiple videos obtained from King Road showed multiple sightings of suspect 1 starting at 3:29 a.m. 3:29 a.m. In this case, in 2021, it was like 3:28, I believe. The sighting shows suspect vehicle 1 makes an initial 3 passes by King Road residents and then leave via 𝗟𝗄𝗃 Drive. Based off my experience as a patrol officer, is it a residential neighborhood with a very limited amount of vehicles that travel in the area during the early morning hours. Upon review of the video, there are only a few cars that enter and exit this area during the time frame. Suspect 1 vehicle, which we find out is Bryan Kohberger's, can be seen entering the area 4th time approximately 4:04 a.m. It can be seen driving on eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning in front of 500 Queen Road, and then driving back westbound on King Road. When suspect 1 vehicle is in front of King Road residents, it appeared to be unsuccessfully attempt to park or turn around in the road. The vehicle then continued to the intersection of Queen Road and King Road, where it can be seen completing a 3-point turn and then driving eastbound again down the Queen Road. Down Queen Road. Suspect 1 vehicle is seen departing the area of the King Road residence at approximately 4:20 a.m. at a high rate of speed. Suspect 1 vehicle is next observed traveling southbound on 𝗟𝗄𝗃 Drive. Based on my knowledge of the area and review of the camera footage in the neighborhood that does not show suspect 1 during that time frame, I believe suspect vehicle 1 likely exited the neighborhood at Palouse Drive and Conestoga Drive. Palouse River Drive is at the southern edge of Moscow and proceeds into Whitman County, Washington. Where did this crime happen? In Washington. The one in 2021. Eventually, the road leads to Pullman, Washington. Pullman, Washington is approximately 10 miles from Moscow, Idaho. Both Pullman and Moscow are small college towns, and people commonly travel back and forth between them. Law enforcement officers provided the video footage of suspect 1 vehicle to forensic examiners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation that regularly utilize surveillance footage to identify the year, make, and model of an unknown vehicle that is observed by 1 or more cameras during the commission of a criminal offense. The forensic examiner has approximately 35 years law enforcement with 12 years at the FBI. His specific training includes identifying unique characteristics of vehicles that he uses databases that give visual clues of vehicles across states to identify differences between vehicles. After reviewing the numerous observations of suspect vehicle 1, the forensic examiner initially believed that suspect vehicle 1 was a 2011-2013 Hyundai Elantra. Upon further review, he indicated that it could also be a 2011 to 2016 Elantra. As a result, investigators have been reviewing information on persons in possession of vehicle 2011 through 2016 Elantra. Investigators were given access to video footage on the Washington State University campus located in Pullman, Washington. A review of that video indicated that at approximately 2:44 a.m. on November 13, 2022, a white sedan which was consistent with the description of the white Elantra known as suspect vehicle 1, was observed on the campus on surveillance cameras traveling north on Southeast Nevada Street and Northeast Stadium Way. At approximately 2:53 a.m., a white sedan, which is consistent with the description of the white Elantra known as suspect vehicle 1, was observed traveling southeast on Nevada Street in Pullman, Washington towards Highway 270, which connects Pullman, Washington to Moscow, Idaho. This camera footage from Pullman, Washington was provided to the same FBI forensic examiner. The forensic examiner identified the vehicle observed in Pullman, Washington as being the Elantra. At approximately 5:25 a.m., a white sedan, which was consistent with the description of suspect vehicle 1, was observed on 5 cameras in Pullman, Washington, and on the campus cameras. The first camera that recorded the white sedan was located at 1300 Johnson Road in Pullman. The white sedan was observed traveling northbound on Johnson Road. Johnson Road leads directly back to Palouse River Drive in Moscow, which intersects with Conestoga Drive. The white sedan was then observed turning north on Bishop Boulevard and northwest on Highway 270 at approximately 5:27 a.m. The white Elantra was observed on camera traveling northbound on Stadium Way at Nevada Street, Stadium at Grimes Way, Stadium Drive at Wilson Road, and Stadium Way at Cougar Way. Depiction showing Moscow and Pullman. Oh, that's supposed to be a map. On November 25th, 2022, MPD asked area law enforcement agencies to be on the lookout for a white Honda Elantra in the area. On November 29th, 2022, at approximately 12:28 a.m., Washington State University police officer Daniel Tiengo queried white Elantras registered at WSU. As a result of that query, he located an Elantra with a Pennsylvania license plate, etc. The vehicle was registered to Bryan Kohberger, residing at 1630 NE Valley Road, which is approximately 3/4 of a mile from the intersection of Stadium Way and Cougar Way. The same day at approximately 12:58 a.m., Officer Curtis Whitman was looking for a white Honda Elantra and located a 2015 Honda Elantra at 1630 Northeast Valley Road in Pullman parking lot. 1630 Northeast Valley Road is an apartment complex that houses students. Officer Whitman also ran the car and it returned to Bryan Kohberger with a Washington tag. I reviewed Kohberger's Washington State driver's license information and photograph. This license indicates that Kohberger is a white male with a height of 6 inches and not 6 inches, and weighs 185 pounds. Additionally, the photograph of Kohberger shows that he has bushy eyebrows. Kohberger's physical description is consistent with the description of the male DM saw inside the King Road residence on November 13th. Further investigation included a review of Latah County Sheriff's Deputy Duke's body cam and reports showed that on August 21st, 2022, Bryan Kohberger was detained as part of a traffic stop that occurred in Moscow, Idaho. At that time, Kohberger was the sole occupant driving the 2015 Hyundai Elantra with the Pennsylvania license plate, which was set to expire on the 30th of November. During the stop, which was recorded via law enforcement body camera, Kohberger provided his phone number hereafter 8458 phone as his cellular phone number. Investigators conducted electronic database queries and learned that the phone is a number issued by AT&T. On October 14, 2022, Bryan Kohberger was detained as a part of a traffic stop by WSU police officer. Upon reviewing of that body cam and report of the stop, Kohberger was a sole occupant and was driving the Hyundai Elantra. On November 18th, according to Washington State licensing, Kohberger registered the 2015 white Elantra with Washington and later received Washington plates. Prior to this time, the 2015 Honda Elantra, or white Elantra, was registered in Pennsylvania, which does not require a front license plate to be displayed. Based on my own experience and communication with Washington law enforcement, I know that Idaho and Washington require front and back license plates to be displayed. Investigators believe that Kohberger is still driving the 2015 white Elantra because this vehicle was captured on December 13, 2022 by a license plate reader in Loma, Colorado. Kohberger's Elantra was then queried on December 15, 2022 by law enforcement in Hancock County, Indiana. On December 16, 2022 at approximately 2:26 p.m., surveillance video showed Kohberger's Elantra in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. The sole occupant of the vehicle was a white male whose description was consistent with Kohberger. Kohberger has family in Albright, Pennsylvania. Question. With all these cameras reading license plates, can someone tell me why Sebastian Rogers hasn't been found? That's a case I don't talk about much on my channel just because it's very controversial, but like, hello, right? It's just very interesting. Based on the information provided on the WSU website, Kohberger is currently a PhD student in criminology at Washington State University. Pursuant to records provided by a member of the interview panel for Pullman Police Department, we learned that Kohberger's past education included undergraduate degrees in psychology and cloud-based forensics. These records also showed Kohberger wrote an essay when he applied for an internship with the Pullman Police Department in the fall of 2022. So he applied with the to the police department, Kohberger did. Kohberger wrote in his essay he had interest in assisting rural law enforcement agencies with how to better collect and analyze technological data in public safety operations. Kohberger also posted a Reddit survey, which can be found in open source internet search. The survey asked for participants to provide information to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. And this is like a theory, right? That he would get away with the crime because he was studying to be a professional. As part of this investigation, law enforcement obtained search warrants to determine cellular devices that utilize cellular towers and close proximity to the King Road residence on November 13, 2022, between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. after determining that Kohberger was associated to both the 2015 Elantra and the phone number. Investigators reviewed these search warrants. A query of the phone number in these returns did not show the phone number utilizing cellular tower resource in close proximity to King Road residence between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Based on my training experience and conversations with law enforcement officers that specialize in the utilization of cellular telephone records as part of investigations, individuals can either leave their cellular phone at a different location before committing a crime or turn their cellular phone off prior to going to a location to commit a crime. So how reliable are cell phones then? This is done, right? Like if they say that you can turn it off or leave it at a crime scene. So then what do they have on? They have the sheath DNA. So if he was stargazing, it doesn't matter because his phone was off and they don't actually have him pinned. I don't know. That's confusing. This is done by subjects in an effort to avoid alerting law enforcement that a cellular device associated with them was in a particular area where a crime is committed. I also know that on numerous occasions, subjects will sever in an area where they intend to commit a crime prior to the date of the crime. Depending on the circumstances, this could be done a few days before or several months prior to the commission of a crime. During these types of surveillance, it is possible that an individual would not leave their cellular phone at a separate location or turn it off since they do not plan to commit the offense on that particular day. On December 23rd, 2022, I applied for and was granted a search warrant for historical phone records between November 12th, 12 a.m. and November 14th, 12 a.m. for the 845 phone, Bryan's, held by the phone provider AT&T. On December 23rd, 2022, pursuant to the search warrant, I received records for that phone number from AT&T. Those records indicated that the 845 phone number is subscribed to Bryan Kohberger at an address in 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗄ville, Pennsylvania, and the account has been open since June 23rd, 2022. These records also include historical cell site information. After receiving this information, I consulted with the FBI agent that is certified as a member of the Cellular Analysis Survey Team. Members of the CAST are certified with the FBI to provide expert testimony in the field of historical CSLI and are required to pass extensive training that includes both written and practical examinations prior to be certified, as well as the completion of yearly certification requirements. Additionally, the FBI CAST SA that I consulted with has over 15 years of federal law enforcement experience, which includes 6 years with the FBI. From the information provided, I was able to determine estimated locations from that phone number on November 12th to November 13th. At approximately November 12th, 2:42 a.m., the 845 phone was utilizing cellular resources that provide coverage at 1630 Northeast Road, apartment G201, Pullman, Washington, here after the Kohberger residence. At approximately 2:47 a.m., the phone utilized cellular resources that provide coverage southeast of Kohberger residence, consistent with the 845 phone, leaving Kohberger residence and traveling through Pullman, Washington. This is consistent with the movement of the white Elantra. At approximately 2:47 a.m., the phone stops reporting the network, which is consistent with either the phone being in the area without cellular coverage or the connection of the network is disabled. The 845 phone does not report to the network again approximately to 4:48 a.m., at which time it is utilized cellular resources that provide coverage to ID State Highway 95 south of Moscow near Blaine, Idaho. I think he moved to Washington to be closer to Maddie. I think so too, Tony. I agree with that comment. Oh, he has a crush on Bert. No, she doesn't. I lost my place. Between 4:50 and 5:26 a.m., the phone utilizes cellular resources that are consistent with the phone. Oh, I already read that. Wait, did I? On south on ID State Highway 95 to Genesee, Idaho, then traveling west towards Uniontown, and then back to Pullman, Washington. At approximately 5:30 a.m., the phone is utilizing resources that provide coverage to Pullman, Washington, and consistent with the phone traveling back to Kohberger residence. The phone's movements are consistent with the movements of the white Elantra that is observed traveling north on Stadium Drive at approximately 5:27 a.m. Based on the review of the phone's estimated locations and travel, the phone's travel is consistent with that of the white Elantra. further indicated that the phone utilized resources on November 13th that are consistent with the phone leaving the area of the Kohberger residence at approximately 9 a.m. and traveling to Moscow, Idaho. Specifically, the phone utilized cellular resources that would provide coverage to the King Road residence between 9:12 a.m. and 9:21 a.m. The 845 phone utilized cellular resources that are consistent with the phone traveling back to the area of the Kohberger residence and arriving to the area at 9:32 a.m. Below is a depiction of the possible route taken based off cellular site locations. So then there's a map, which is hard for me to understand. I'm not good at reading maps. Investigators found that the phone did not connect to a cell tower that provides service to Moscow on November 14, 2022, but investigators do not believe that the phone was in Moscow on that date. The phone was not connected to any towers that provide service to Moscow since that date. Based on my training and experience, the facts of the investigation, I believe that Kohberger, the user of the phone, was likely the driver of the white Elantra that is observed departing Pullman, Washington, and this vehicle is likely suspect vehicle number 1. Additionally, the route of the travel of the phone during the early morning hours of November 13th and the lack of the phone reporting to AT&T between 2:47 and 4:48 a.m. is consistent with Kohberger attempting to conceal his location during the quadruple homicide that occurred at King Road residence. Yeah, that does make sense. So do you guys think allegedly it is Bryan Kohberger? What do you guys think? I'm curious. What do you guys think about this case? Is he being set up? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think Cruz, the Spanish-speaking man, could it have been him a year later? Possibly not. I'm just relating both cases. I think it was him. Says against all logic. I do too, but that's just my opinion. So I'll say. Chicken Nugget says, I think he's guilty. Well, we'll see. But I feel like I said at the beginning, I feel like this situation from 2021 will play a role to create reasonable doubt for his defense. I think a lot of evidence points towards him, allegedly. Yeah, that's right, Chicken Nugget. I agree, Tony. But anyways, I just wanted to cover that. I still have, there's more footage from that 2021 crime or alleged crime. I'm going to review it and see if it's something I want to cover because I know it has to do with Cruz being involved as well. But I wanted to make sure I covered at least this so that when we get to trial, et cetera, you know how it works, all us true crime junkies. So we'll see if this plays a role into his case, reasonable doubt. And I'm not even sure when Bryan Kohberger's trial is. Is there even a trial date set? Oh yeah, August 11th, 2025. Seems like that's a while away. I agree, Augie. Looks like it could definitely be him, but that Spanish guy looks suspicious of doing something too. The bushy eyebrows. Wait, but didn't they say that about Luigi? The bushy eyebrows? So, I don't know. That's just something I noticed. These crimes are happening too often to keep up, honestly. I agree, Marcus. I agree. But anyways, we'll keep following up on Bryan Kohberger. I haven't covered the Idaho 4 case here much, but I might do another live on it. I'm definitely interested, and I will definitely be interested in this trial. Beware of the bushy eyebrows. Chicken Nugget. The other guy is guilty of something too, in my opinion. I agree, Tony. I agree. There's like, I think like 20 more videos. Yeah, body cam footage. So we just covered one tonight. But I don't think he did the murders, right, against all logic. So I will be covering a live tomorrow morning. We're going to be reading some court documents and jail calls tomorrow. I might be doing a vertical live stream in a little bit. So I hope to see you guys there. I appreciate you guys for being here for this live. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate all the support, and I hope you guys have a good night. If you can't make it to my live tomorrow and I don't see you before Christmas, please have a good Christmas. But I hope to see you guys tomorrow. We're reading and continuing Jamie Komorowski calls, and I have a document that I want to read. So I like reading documents. Thank you, Chicken Nugget. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Tony, Marcus, Life Artist, I'll be your Hucklebearer. Chicken Nugget, Augie, beautiful Sarah. I appreciate all of you for being here and supporting and having good conversation. So I will see you guys later. If you missed my vertical live last night, I might be doing another one tonight. So stay tuned, just like chit chat and hang out. That's kind of what the vibe on those. So I hope to see you guys there, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you.